Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody out there, fellow future streamers of the world, YouTubers of the world. My name is Matty Carl for Pause Screen Media, this little channel that I have set up, and this is a tutorial on setting up the basics from the Royal Canadian Gaming Authority. Yes, that is a real organization. Don't look it up on YouTube. You may be disappointed. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set up the basics of setting up your very first stream and just walking you through just getting the very simplest stuff that you're going to need to know to set this up and how to kind of troubleshoot the very first thing that most people have trouble with, and that is the black screen. And as you can see, my screen is black, and we're going to need to fix that and resolve that issue. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The first thing is that we're going to want to see is we're going to set up our scene. So if you hit this plus button, you're going to be able to set the scene. Name it something that you're going to want to remember. So I have named mine main stream screen because that is what it is. If you're going to have a start screen and an end stream screen, then you're going to want to go ahead and put start scene here or end scene or something like that, but then hit done when you're done, and then I'm going to go ahead and cancel that out. So the next thing you're going to want to do is figure out how you're going to capture your game here. And normally what we're going to do is this is the sources area. This is the scene area. Sources area is basically your building blocks of all of the stuff that you're going to use during your stream. And so what we're going to do is we're going to hit this plus button here. So you can actually do groups. We'll get into that a little bit later. But what you're going to do is you're going to hit this plus button here, and we're going to go ahead. If you're just capturing a game from the display window and you just want to capture like your desktop and record your desktop, then we're going to go ahead and hit the display capture here. But because we're going to go ahead and capture a game, this is what we're going to do. We're going to hit this game capture here, and then we're going to hit add source. Now we're going to want to name it something because like I said, everything that we do here is going to be layered, and it's very important as to how you have your layers assembled. Right now we're just going to have one layer because we're just doing the very basic setup. So I'm going to name this Fortnite because that's what we're streaming right now, and then I'm going to add it at new source right here. And so here's where a lot of people, they can't figure out where the black screen is coming from. They don't understand why they can't capture their game in full screen. Right now, if Fortnite was in the full screen mode, it would go ahead and capture it, but it's not. I'm actually playing in window mode, which a lot of players, they actually play in window mode, but they don't realize it. So for that, what we're going to need to do, if you are playing in full screen mode, you should be able to capture that, and it should just pop right up as soon as you open this up. But we're going to need to capture a specific window. So right now we're going to go ahead, capture a specific window. We have our window match priority right here. We're going to go ahead and under the window option, we're going to select our option. This brings up anything that you could possibly capture on your screen: Windows Lock, Video Downloader Ultimate, settings for game capture, Streamlabs OBS, Adobe Edition, and finally, oh, there it is. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for Fortnite. So as soon as I click this, you should see it pop up in the window. Boom, there it is. We have our Fortnite game up there. We can go ahead and do SLI crossfire capture mode. We can go ahead and do force scaling. Here's our scale resolution. So if we want to just do it in 1280 by 720, we can do that and resize our window. But what we're going to do, I'm not going to do that right now. And then if you want to capture your cursor on screen, you can go ahead and do that. If you're recording display capture, I would go ahead and make sure that that's off or on, depending on what you're doing. Once we've done that, we're going to hit done. And so now we have one thing in our screen, and that's Fortnite. So that's the only thing we want. If you don't want it up there, you can go ahead and hit the eyeball, it'll disappear, or you can hit the lock button and make sure that it can't move anywhere else. So, and once you put another, so if you add another source and you put it on top of that, then you're gonna go ahead, so you can see that I have another source, but that's pretty much it. So this is the basic tool that you're going to need to know on how to set it up. So the next thing I'm going to show you is just how to get your stream up and running. So here we have our general chat. We have our stream here. This is where you want to go if you're really looking to stream on Twitch or YouTube. So we have our stream type, streaming services. There are other custom streaming services. If you have a streaming server that you're going to use, go ahead and hit that there. But we're going to use YouTube. As you can see, Twitch, Smashcast, Restream, Facebook, Dailymotion. You can live stream to all of these things, but we're going to go ahead and use YouTube. We have our primary ingest. It should take care of all the stuff for you except for this right here. hit show, and you can see your stream key. Don't ever do that on stream. If somebody steals that, it's gone. You don't get a new stream you can get a new stream key, but if somebody uses that, you can get banned or whatever. Don't give that out. Don't show it on stream. Don't anything to that. That is your personal stream key. So once you do that, put it in here, copy from your YouTube services. That'll be on your live page. Your Twitch, it's a little bit more buried, but once you find it, copy, paste it right here, and then you are good to go. You can go ahead and hit done, and we should be live. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and show you my output mode. These are some of the best settings to use if you have good internet. If you're using a double PC setup, you can do this. You might want to do it a little bit bigger. So let's go ahead and just kind of break down. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and show this to you because we'll go over all of this stuff in the next tutorial. I just want to show you exactly what mine are. That way you can capture them and you guys can get up and running and ready to go. Your audio, you don't really need to do anything with the audio. It should be fine as the default. Your video, if you have a base canvas resolution, so I'm playing in 4K. This is my 4K monitor right here, but I can't output to 4K because that would be enormous and it would take a lot of time to output. So I downplay it, I put it down into 720p, and there we go. So your downscaling filter and your FPS, so making sure that this is 60. Even if you're streaming in 30 frames per second, you want to put this at 60 because that's going to give you a little bit of buffer room. So once you're done there, go ahead and hit that done key. Like I said, especially if you're streaming Fortnite, Fortnite is a resource hog. Go ahead up here in the settings, make sure you go up there and in your graphics setting, go ahead and set that to 30 frames per second. If you're at 60 or higher and you don't have a really high-end PC, you're gonna get a lot of stuttering, a lot of staggering, and a lot of glitching. So go ahead and do that. The final thing that you're gonna wanna do is hit this button down here and go live. And you can go ahead and even test your widgets down here if you have anything, but that's gonna be saved for another day. So thank you guys so much for watching. My goal here with this channel is to not only promote my own stream, but to help you guys stream as well, to get you guys up and running. Make sure you guys know the ins and outs of Streamlabs OBS, regular OBS, and whatever other streaming tools that you'll need to actually get your stream up and running. So you can schedule a stream here if you need to. That's probably a little bit more advanced, but you can go live here. We're going to teach you guys. If you guys look through my videos, I have another video that details setting up this stream just like I just did, and then we have another thing about going live and doing all the other stuff, playing music, all that stuff. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'm not actually asking you to do that because I want you to do it. I want you to do it because I want you guys to really understand how to stream and how to be good at streaming and how to get everything set up, because this is all the behind the scenes stuff that you guys need to learn. And if you don't learn the behind the scenes stuff, then you guys aren't going to be ready for the on-screen stuff. This is the basic stuff that you need to know, and so you guys really need to just deep dive into this, get familiar with it, and get going. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to have a tutorial on all of the basic stuff, and then we'll go into some more advanced stuff. So hit that subscribe button, make sure you have your notifications on, hit the little bell. That way whenever I post a video or I go live, you guys are there. In the next video, I'm going to actually take some time at the very beginning to answer any questions that you might have about streaming. So go ahead and leave those down in the comment section, and I'll put like the best ones and I'll try and get to them all. I probably won't be able to get to every single comment, but I will try and do that. So in the next one, part 2, look for part 2. This is part 1. Look for part 2, and we'll get there and we'll get that going. So thank you guys so much. My name's Mounty Carl. If you guys need anything, go ahead, leave that down in the comments. I'll try to answer you if I can, but we have some really great stuff lined up for you in the next series. So thank you guys so much. Subscribe, hit the notification, like this video, and we'll get you guys up and streaming in no time. Mounty Carl out. Unpause.